Hello, and today we're doing an FPL review of Game Week number 32. That's right, it was the double game week, and we're going to go through how I did, how my team did, how my chip went, and many, many more things. So before we get into it, make sure you subscribe and smash a like on the video. You know you want to, and let's spread the word about the channel. I know we can get to 70 subs very quickly. Let's just keep on grinding, people. But let's get into my FPL review then, shall we? First of all, it's interesting to see that this game week, it was actually a pretty average, average score, if you get what I'm saying. A few people got pretty high scores. Maybe I was included, let's see. But it'll be interesting to see how it goes into Game Week 33 and how, after Game Week 32, people make changes. Because there is just 8 games in Game Week 33, but Game Week 32 provided some interesting things. For example, next week, will Neil Maupay score versus the relegated Blades? Will Trent score or assist in 4 consecutive matches? Will there be some more magic from Martinelli? Who knows at this point? But we're going to get into our FPL review without a second thought. My FPL preview will be coming at 6:30 today, so make sure you check it out and see the description of that one. But let's first of all do an FPL review, and let's start off with looking at our team and basically trying to work out what went right, what went wrong, and all that lovely stuff. So yeah, we'll start off by saying that basically it was a great week. It really was. It was a green arrow. You love to see it, and it just doesn't get much better than that. Like, we just looked very, very good this game week, and we just got most of the key decisions very much right. So that is always satisfying in FPL, and especially when you play your triple captaincy, you want to get it right. And I think we did just do that. So to start off with in goal, we had, of course, Emi Martinez. We went with Martinez over Mendy, and that was a great decision because, of course, Mendy was benched. And that was because Kepa played really well in the FA Cup. So I thought, yeah, I want to play Martinez because you know he's going to play. There could be bonus points, and let's see what's going to happen. Ultimately, there wasn't bonus points, which was a bit of a letdown. But it is what it is. Martinez, I still have faith in you, and I'm not going to completely overthink it because my decision got me 1 extra point than Mendy that got nothing. So, yeah, shame to see him concede 2 goals, and the manner of the second goal as well, just kind of missed it really and came diving out. So at this point, we could say I've already won, but right now we've got to drive this home. We've got to keep on pushing. We don't settle for something. We've got to get some more points, and hopefully my goalkeepers will do a bit better in the coming weeks. But right now it's at a position where I think Martinez is very much safe hands. He's a solid goalie to have in FPL, and it's not like it's going to be a problem too much. So I'm happy with Emi Martinez, to be honest. Then Ruben Diaz, 2-pointer. Not ideal, because obviously he was the guy coming off the bench for me because of the fact Cresswell didn't play. And I kind of just hoped that Cresswell would play, but he didn't. He wasn't in the squad, and that is a bit of a concern. 50% chance of playing. Hamstring. Is he going to be ruled out for the game at the weekend against Chelsea? Possibly. So we need to work out what we're doing with that. And we also need to work out what we're doing with some other players. But the good news is that one of my midfielders seems to have shaken off a knock. So let's see about that. But Ruben Diaz, did come in for that auto sub for Aaron Cresswell. And Man City, to lose that clean sheet in the first 20 seconds, no one could have predicted that. They're usually a solid defence to count on, but not this week, and it is what it is. That goal from Ruben Diaz didn't come, but he's still a great option, and at the end of the day, most people might have started him this week, so didn't matter for me. He came on, got the 2-pointer, but Trent Alexander-Arnold, much more interestingly, 8 points. Thank you very much. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, since he's come in, and since I made the decision to come in and bring him in, he has been very, very good. Like, Trent, thank you. You've just been solid. You've been consistent since we got you in versus that Villa game. And, of course, he scored the winner in that one. So that was astute decision-making from me. And, it's that stage of the season where you just want to confront the problems head on and make those changes where we feel necessary. Do we make those changes now or do we delay them? Well, with Trent, I just wanted to do it quickly because I wasn't feeling John Stones. And, of course, John Stones gets sent off this week. So I'm glad to have Trent in the team, and he just does it again against Leeds. What an assist that is for Mane's goal. Just showing the pace, showing the technical ability to get there and just nip it in front of the Leeds player and pass it on for Sadio Mane. Gets the assist, 3 bonus points, despite that lack of clean sheet. Thank you very much, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Wonderful stuff. Moving on very swiftly, because of the fact we have all the faith in Stuart Dalas, he's also just a bit of a legend in this team. We played him against Leeds, against Liverpool. We knew that one of them was going to maybe not get points because they were playing the other, but turns out neither of them got clean sheet points, which is a shame. The goal didn't come for Stuart Dalas against Liverpool, but it doesn't mean to say it won't come in future weeks because he's just so much of a threat. And shame to see he got a yellow card, but at the end of the day, he's still a very good FPL option. And I just like to start him so I don't have any regrets. So yeah, basically, Trent was the star man, really, in what was, in all, a pretty poor defence. But the midfield is where it gets juicy. And let's start off with Jesse Lingard. My guy, J Lings, just does it every week. He just cannot be stopped. And if you haven't got Jesse Lingard at this point, and you're an FPL manager that's actually active, they're actually playing the game, then you literally cannot not own him, because you're just going to drop in rank every time he scores. He's that good, and he's that high owned. He just cannot be stopped. So, yeah, obviously it wasn't the most amazing game from him against Newcastle, but he got the goal from the penalty. That will do, and shame to see him go off, obviously, but I think it's just cramp, and hopefully he should be okay for the weekend. That is what we're hearing, that he'll be fine. But, yeah, basically Lingard, a goal a game. You really just love to see it, and that is why we put our vice triple captaincy on Lingard, because he's just so consistent. So if my triple captain did miss out, we always put faith in Jesse. But next, Bruno Fernandez, another blank. Even against Burnley, you'd think surely he's going to get a return, but just can't do it. He just can't do it at the minute, and that is a bit of a dilemma right now. But 2 points against Burnley, you hope he gets more involved in that, really. And yeah, all right, it was a nice dummy for the first goal from Greenwood, but man, it's not FPL points, and it's a problem. So we seriously need to consider that. But then we brought in this week Alan Saint-Maximin for the injured, for Ilkay Gundogan. And I thought about this one, I thought, yeah, I like Saint-Maximin. You could say, oh yeah, it's too late to jump on the train because, he's not been in form all the time and you've got to get in this purple patch. But actually, I think it's been the perfect time to get him, because ultimately, yeah, Burnley we might have seen coming, but at the end of the day, I don't mind about that. Ultimately, the West Ham game, Newcastle actually went for that, I think, more than the Burnley game, if that sounds, plausible, because they really knew that if they can cause an upset, it could be a massive, massive boost for their promotion bid. So, yeah, so Maximin was brilliant, got an assist, thank you very much. I mean, I didn't have many options at that point. And Bruno is off form, but one man that is on form is Saint-Maximin, so I thought, might as well bring him in this week. And ultimately, I found an option at a limited price point of just 5.1 million. Saint-Maximin was the guy I found. Assist, thank you very much. Let's hope so he gets some more points in the coming weeks. And that was the guy I was mentioning earlier. Looks like he has shaken off that swollen ankle, which is really good to see because he's not got a flag in FPL. So that is lovely stuff. My second transfer in this week, Heung-min Son. And what did he do? Gets a 12-pointer. You love to see it. He didn't do anything against Everton, which was a shame. But then he played the game against Southampton. Due to Harry Kane being out, he played that forward role and he got the goal from the penalty spot. And I'll admit, it was a bit lucky, because he did score, to be fair to him, and he had a couple of chances, but, the penalty comes at just the right time for Son to stuck it away, and he gets 3 bonus points because of the rule that if you win a penalty or if you score a penalty and it's the deciding goal, that often does give you more bonus points. So, yeah, at the end of the day, Son was very much at the right time, at the right place, kept his nerve and got the goal, and that is lovely to see from Son Heung-min. So, yeah, he's definitely one I'm going to consider holding. but there is a debate to maybe get rid. We'll think about that. Diogo Jota, 3 points. Thank you very much. I mean, I say thank you very much. He should have really scored in the game. He had that really good headed chance. But it's a clean sheet for the midfielder, and he's not doing a lot recently, but I still feel like he's one you don't want to sell because the fixtures are so good. And then in midfield, that's done. In the front line, Harry Kane and Iheanacho. And Iheanacho, I brought in this week. Great decision from me. He gets a goal and should have had more goals, to be honest. The amount of chances he had. But the thing to remember is Kelechi Iheanacho going to be on free kicks? Because he took one in the West Brom game. Maybe. So that is another reason to really like a bit of Kelechi Iheanacho. And it's an interesting one with him because, you know, he's just in the form of his career. So why would you not own him? And especially with those fixtures. Crystal Palace, Southampton, Newcastle. That, my friends, is lovely. But then we have Harry Kane. And Harry Kane is just Harry Kane. He is so good. And I was just watching that Everton game, just praying for some big points as my triple captain. And when you do a triple captain, you just want those, you know, moments to work really for you. And yeah, all right, he played one game of the two, but I got 12 points from that game against Everton, and he was brilliant. So 2 points as bonus, 2 goals. We will take that all day long. And ultimately, you know, that is just very solid. And if that was a player that was playing in a single game week, you'd have snapped your hand off with a 12-point haul. So 36 for Harry Kane as triple captain. Thank you very much. That, for my opinion, is a successful triple captain. And really can't complain with that one. So, yeah, very happy with this team right now. Jesse Lingard is always, you know, the standout. Jesse Lingard is Lingard. He just weeks in, week out, just does it. And I think it was a pretty genius decision for me to play Martinez. It's a shame to see Jota missing those good chances. Maybe we keep Son for the long term. I really don't know at this point. But it's an interesting one. So, yeah, it was a very good week. We finished on 84 points. That is a fantastic score. And it's actually the best score I've had this season since game week 19. That was when I did my wild card and got 124 from that double game week. So, just shows the difference that either a triple captain can make, but also a few good transfers, which was what Iheanacho was, and Son, and Saint-Maximin. They all returned. So that is very satisfying to see. So let's just quickly finish up with a bit of last minute confirmation about my rank, my overall points, and all that lovely stuff. So yeah, basically I'm glad I made that decision to play Martinez because he actually did play the game. You know, that's fairly useful when you want to get some points. But no, basically it was a long wait for the game week to end, stretching over 7 days, but I think it was worth the wait. So obviously it was a -8 hit because of those 3 transfers. So technically it's a 76-point game week score, but technically, yeah, you could say it's not. One thing to say, I think it was it Saturday night or Tuesday night? One of the midweek days, I had a little look at my game week rank and I was like, is this even serious? This is amazing. That just shows how well I've done this game week because my game week rank was 49,691. And when you think of the millions and millions of players playing FPL, to have a game week rank inside the top 50k, thank you very much. That just really does speak volumes. And yeah, it is really good to see such a good game week. But we actually did finish on a game week rank of 69,469. And that is still very good for a game week rank to be inside the top 70k. So yeah, at the end of the day, Son, he got the same as Harry Kane. And, you know, I'm happy with that because I was thinking about Son because he had 2 games. But Harry Kane was enough, and Harry Kane is just Harry Kane at this point. Fair play, by the way, if you had Gylfi Sigurdsson. I did not see that one coming, but he did well, as did people like, you know, Greenwood and Johnny Evans against his former team, of course, getting that goal. So, yeah, fair play if you had those people, but I am glad I did sell Gundogan for Saint-Maximin because he got a blank and he got a yellow card. So, yeah, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and Trent just can't stop getting me points right now. I'm also glad that I benched Patrick Bamford. So let's talk about the bench now. Obviously, Mendy didn't play. Lovely. And Bamford, the first sub. We had him first sub because we know he's got that attacking potential, but he didn't quite get that goal against Liverpool. He hit the crossbar a few times. And Leeds weren't completely on it, their main game, but it was a tough fixture against Liverpool. So I was glad I benched him. And, the other two forwards did really well. So it was the right week to play them. And as I mentioned, sold Stones a few game weeks back. So that was a bit of a relief, really. But in terms of my overall rank, let's reveal it now. It's 319,824, which I'm very happy with because going into this week, I was on 391k. So that is a green arrow of 72k. 72,000 increase, which is fantastic. And I'm very, very happy with that. So comment down in the section below what your game week score was. How did your game week go? My overall points, though, is 1,966. And you got to be honest, Saint-Maximin, he always shines against West Ham. So it was a great decision to get him in. But thanks for watching this video. And let's see how I do in game week 33. I don't want to miss anything out. So let me just double check that I've covered all the points that I wanted to. Because, with FPL, you don't want to miss anything out, basically. And with Bruno, it's going to be an interesting decision. What should we do with him? It is a difficult one at this point. And I was quite glad to see that Salah was dropped against Leeds because I own Jota. Most people own Salah. And Salah's just not getting the games at the minute. And he's just not getting the points right now. But at the end of the day, you can't, never say never. I think he's still a very solid player, is Mo Salah. And Arsenal this week up against Everton. That is the first game of game week 33. So it won't be against his former side. That'll be interesting. To see which way that one swings. And yeah, let's see what happens really at this point. I think Cresswell is an issue. And at this point, the triple captain was beautiful. But let's see if we make a change about Cresswell. I just feel like that injury is not exactly ideal. But we'll think about it and we'll give you that FPL preview at 6:30 tonight. So smash a like on it and comment your thoughts on the video. Thanks for watching and see you later. What a game week, people.